guys, what's going on? It's the crypto bull. The crypto bull. It's the block bull. I'm going to have to start again. No, I'm not. I'm not even going to start again, guys. We're going to take a look at the crypto bulls and we'll get into Onyx XEN. Simple as that, guys. All right. So, the block bull right about now, bringing you the latest episode to the channel. So, we do have XEN. We're going to take a look at XEN as well and the cause for concern. That's all it is, guys. I don't want to panic anybody, so everyone's sort of copy trading, if you will. Again, this game is all manipulation and we never know what is going to happen. However, I have weighed up the probabilities and I have taken a position, so I'm going to show you exactly what and how I am going to be playing Onyx XEN as well. However, before I do dive into the charts, I would say, and I have strongly suggested, that Swiftcoin is heavily correlated with Onyx XEN, so we're going to take a look at both of these cryptos in today's video. Okay, guys. Now, a big thank you to everybody over on X as well. If you enjoy this content, make sure to hit the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel and comment down below if you are hodling Onyx XEN coin. But yeah, big shout out to everyone over on X. We do have 16,000 followers. Not that means anything to me. It just means that people are open to bull and bearish scenarios, okay, because you get a lot of moon boys over on X, and all they will do is post about XRP in capital letters with a load of rocket emojis. I am not about that life, guys. I'll tell you, if I'm feeling bearish, and I can flip from day to day, and this is only us reacting and reading the markets depending on where these closes are going. In today's a Sunday, we are going to experience a weekly close over here on the sort of crypto bubbles, okay, and over on the trading view charts. So we've got Onyx XEN coin now, and this is the cause of concern that I would like to highlight in this bull pennant. Now, these bull pennants to me have broken down an awful lot this year, despite them being called a bull pennant. Okay, it's almost like we've been missold in a way, because a lot of these bull pennants, especially on the smaller time frames as well, have been breaking down heavily this year. Now, it is a Sunday. Sundays are usually the reddest day of the week. That's just for me personally. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. I have no statistical data to back that up, but that's just how the markets feel. This has been over the years. I don't know if it's just because volume dries up or what, but usually Sundays are always down. Friday through to Sunday, you usually get, I like to dub it fake out Friday. Saturday, you might see a little bit of volatility, and then Sunday it all calms down and it all just comes back down to a sort of natural sort of price action, if you will. So anyway, Onyx XEN coin, we've got this bull pennant which sort of topped out at 5 cents again, beginning of February, and we come all the way down here, creating this symmetrical triangle. Now, this is what's happening now as we get to the tip of this apex. You can see quite clearly, bull pennants have been bullish up until this point. It's only the last couple of days that I've flipped bearish. Yeah, we had that massive fake out there on Friday where we had the largest liquidation event in crypto's history. $19 billion was wiped out from the crypto landscape. And we did recover as well. We did get a spike all the way up here. It was trading at around 1 cent 26. Now, when I've been speaking to AI and prompting, AI is suggesting that in order to invalidate this sort of fake out, we do need a close above sort of 125. So we need a close around this sort of mark here, 126, a bit higher, to start invalidating. Right now, we're currently trading outside of the downside of this symmetrical triangle now. So it doesn't look good, guys. So unless after this video or after recording, unless Onyx XEN has flown up to the 0.0126 level to sort of invalidate this sort of breakdown in structure, then it's only going to spell bad news for Onyx XEN coin, okay? Now, what I would be suggesting, not financial advice, what I would be doing, me personally, I am sitting on dry powder, and I have made this extremely clear over on X, over in the Discord as well. If you guys want to join the Discord, the link is there. Click on that. You can claim your 3-day free trial. You can see what it's all about. We've got a strong community now of like-minded crypto investors as well. A lot of the guys in there own businesses as well. So they are successful throughout life, not just in the crypto landscape. Now, some guys are new. Some people have only just joined. Some people, this is the first cycle. Everybody is learning from one another, and we all have a laugh as well, even on a red day. Do you know what I mean? So big up to everybody over in the Discord. Getting back to the charts, This is the aggressive support line that I marked in here. So this yellow line here, and this is where I am looking to capture all the way down here. So I can't see the likes of Onyx XEN coin, the one that's probably run up the most since US elections, getting away without a liquidation spike. And I highlighted in last week's video, or certainly before this weekend, we saw exactly what Onyx XN coin does, yeah, where it was trading up around sort of 15 cent, and then we wicked all the way back down here to these sort of current prices, believe it or not. So there's a lot of volatility in this coin, and I'm expecting something similar. And again, I did highlight over on X, actually. I actually drew an image of how I envision Onyx XEN coin to play out. So once it loads up, here we go. So this is current price action at this point here. I'm expecting a flash crash. Now, that's very difficult to illustrate and portray over on these charts. I do imagine the wick down here, despite this looking like it's going to come all the way down here gradually and then bounce back up, I would say this is going to be a wick. So this wick would happen within the daily candle. So the daily candle is most likely to hit this purple order block down here. Now, people will be asking, well, where is that purple order block? Well, this actually coincides. If I actually just draw it into the charts, I'm just going to draw it a rough sketch, guys. It's not going to be 100% accurate, but I have done this accurately for myself, and because I've used magnets and that. Obviously, I'm covering a video now, so I've got to be fairly quick. But these are the sort of levels you're looking at. This red fib level here. So this is a 23.6 level. So this is a key level. So I've actually got my orders around sort of 0.0027, believe it or not. And then this sort of interacts with this yellow line here. Okay, so let me just make this clear for you guys. So this red line is where my orders are, and this is where the yellow support is coming in now. So if I just delete that, it should make more sense. So these are where my orders is. This is where I've got a massive lump of cash waiting to buy up Onyx XEN coin on the break of this structure. It's all the way down here. I believe it's a 70% dip. And again, I do believe it'll be all over within a day. And then hopefully we're back at trading around these sort of figures. We'll certainly start interacting with this sort of structure that we've, fingers crossed for you guys, people that are hodling anyway. Like I say, you don't have to copy me. Hopefully we'll get back up into this sort of structure around sort of 1-2 cent, and then, start taking out these range highs or the 25 highs up at around sort of 5 cent before any sort of real progression. So that's where we are, guys. Now, that's what I'm looking for now. I am waiting in the depths of the water. Like a crocodilian, I am waiting to gobble up all of the Onyx XEN coin. And hopefully, if that does get filled, again, there'll be a lot of pain in the market. But this is a zero-sum game, guys. So for every winner, there's a loser. And the last thing I want to see is Onyx XEN collapse after hodling for this length of time to only see it tank all the way down here, where I could ultimately have tripled, 4x'd my bag minimum down here. I've got an opportunity now to become an XEN well if I do get this filled down here. So you've just got to play the cards that were being dealt here. I don't deal the cards, guys. Don't hate on me. I'm just telling you what I'm doing, guys. It's up to you what you want to do. If you want to hodl, I have got nothing against anybody. Everyone's in charge of their own financial decisions, okay? It's as simple as that. But what I would say is, guys, I'm going to move on to Onyx, not Onyx XEN. We're going to move on to the Swift coin, which I'll show you guys, highly correlated. Swift, to me, hasn't got the same risk involved. And the reason being, if we zoom out, we are at this multi-year sort of support line here, this blue line here. And this has been sort of playing out. We could even stretch this back slightly further, okay, to sort of May of 2023. But I believe this lines up a tad more accurately. Got hiccups, what the hell. It's been in the depths of these waters with these massive cash piles, waiting for that buy order on Onyx XEN. That's what it is. I need to come up for air. So anyway, we've got the support line. We've had all these closures down here. And again, let's just delete some of this TA. This is a fractal. And this is playing out beautifully. This is where the current price action is here. Can even delete that. That doesn't really matter. But ultimately, for me, it's a perfect entry for Swift coin. Can Swift lose this support line? Yes. And to be quite honest with you, I wouldn't know what to do with Swiftcoin if we did lose that support line. It would just be a case of hodling. Okay. However, it gives me confidence hodling Swift as opposed to Onyx XCN coin, simply because there's more structure. Yeah. You've already got these 24 highs here. Right here. 24 highs. Yeah. 24 down here all the way through to January of 25. So all of this structure here, I'm going to mark out. You can see where all these spikes coming in. Wick. So we've also had a triple top there. We've also penetrated. We've also had a bit of... There's so much interaction around here. So this is a sort of a key level of interest for Swiftcoin. And Swiftcoin, like I say, is already at these 2024 highs. Yeah, it's already there. It's resting upon it. So for me, and you've got this sort of confluence of the blue line as well, holding you up nicely. If I come back to Onyx XEN coin, where is the 24 highs? The 24 highs are here. Yeah. We've got a wick just there, just prior to 2024. But this is the 24 high here. And I'll circle it for you, and it's a wick. And to be honest with you guys that subscribe to the channel, I don't tend to look at wicks. I'm more interested in sort of daily closes, because that's where majority of retail traders have entered their positions on that particular day. So if we just stretch this out, guys, and make it more simple for you. Yeah, we've also had that wick there. So for me, I do believe this has got to get tagged at minimum. This purple order block has got to be filled, in my view. Down here, we didn't come low enough. If back down here, back in April, we came down even a wick, I would be satisfied with Onyx XEN. I'd be happy to hold, even though it's breaking down this bull pennant now. I'd be more inclined to hodl Onyx XEN coin if I knew it back tested these 24 highs. It hasn't, and that is my only concern. And I knew this going into the apex, but I thought, you know what, Onyx XEN coin, the rest of the market has been suppressed for so long. We were supposed to get going in altcoin season at the beginning of this year in January. It didn't. A lot of altcoins are down, 60, 70, 80% in some cases. And Onyx XEN coin, we're printing a bull pennant. And in the end, guys, you've got to go with the probabilities. There's 55 to 65% chance that these bull pennants play up to the upside. Unfortunately, we've been dealt that 35% hand where the bull pennant is breaking down, and this is what's happening now. So like I say, guys, we have to get up above 0.0126 to begin invalidating this. Yeah, like I said, we've got the weekly candles going in now. Let's just come over to the weekly. So these sometimes play, I wouldn't take too much out of these weekly candles, because sometimes you can get a fake out, like it could close negatively tonight and then all of a sudden it just starts running up, midnight Monday, and it just flies up. These things can happen, guys, but ultimately you just got to read the charts, and what it's telling me, guys, we need a backfill. We need to retest these 24 highs really before we get going. And the bull pennant, the breakdown in the bull pennant is suggesting the same thing. It looks as if we're trying to get back down to here. So that's just where I'm positioned, guys. Like I say, I don't want to lose 70% of my money. If I'm missing crypto, I'm getting itchy feet already. I can count on one hand how many days I have been out of crypto in the past sort of 6 years. Yeah. As soon as I exit the market, I want to get straight back in, because I feel like I'm missing out on gains. When in a matter of fact, I could potentially be saving myself an 75%, because my order blocks way lower. My order blocks down here at that red fib level that I showed you earlier on in the video. So I'm going to get a fill there. So I'll be buying 75% cheaper than current market value. And again, like I did in, I think it was Friday, Thursday or Friday's video, if we get that fill down there, say down here, and we get back up, even into these current prices, it's still a 4x to these current prices. See, 4x, your Onyx XEN coin. Who doesn't want a 4x? Yeah. Whether it's a 4x to the downside or to the upside, I don't care which direction it goes in. As long as I 4x my crypto or the portfolio, the value of my portfolio, I couldn't care less, guys. I've just got to take a direction in what I believe is going to happen. So the probabilities are favouring the downside is what I want to say, guys. So yeah, don't shoot the messenger. I've been the Block Bull. Until next time, the Block Bull is over and out.
Oh,